first thing you have to do is to find your threaded insert on the bottom of your grid. Now, if the handle is over here, it's going to be the other one, the other level. Just go underneath that other level and you see this threaded insert. Now, most tripods have removable tripod plates like this one, or they're also called tripod shoes. And boy, does this make life a lot easier. So, we're going to put that on. And in this case, mine just sort of screws in with a little thing here. Sometimes there's a little screwdriver that you have to turn. Okay, tighten it down, you know, not so tightly that it's crazy, but you know, tight enough. Try to get it nice and squared up as much as you can, although that's going to be adjusted in a minute. And once that's ready, you're ready to put it on the tripod. There's my tripod. I am putting this on by sliding it in and clicking it. Okay, there we are. Now, superficially, just get everything tight for now. Don't worry a whole much about the leveling, because the final leveling is going to happen in a few minutes after we get the thing set. Okay? Now, what you want to remember when putting your grid up next to your subject is that you should get it as close to your subject as possible. Some people make the mistake of having their grid too close to them, so that when you look through it, you're starting to get distortions. When anything gets too close to your eye, within 50 degrees, you start to get a kind of a fisheye effect, and you get distortion all around the edges. So it's better, and I would say absolutely necessary, to make sure that your grid is up next to your subject as close as it can go. All right? So I'm going to be doing this. Now remember, I have to make sure that my groove here on the back is facing away from me, because that's going to be where my plumb bar attaches. So this has to get turned around for starters, like this. Okay. Now notice I've got it right up against my table face here. I've got it right up against there. Then what you're going to do from here on is you're going to have to start deciding how much room you want around your objects. Okay? How many squares? Since these are 2-inch squares, that should tell you something right away about what size canvas you're going to be making, or what size drawing. These squares are being 2-inch, therefore it's very easy to count them and determine how much room you want this way and that way. So what you have to do from there is you have to get back and start trying to imagine where you're going to be as far as your position from viewing it. In this case, it's just straight on through. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, well, I want a little bit more room on the left side and a little bit more room over here. And so this side looks pretty good. So what you do is you start to adjust this by moving your tripod. Or let's say that you want more room on the top or more room on the bottom. It's very important that you have a tripod that has a crank, so that you can raise and lower things to the place where you want it to be. Okay, now naturally I'm not too concerned about the level just yet, because we're going to be adding the measure bar, which changes the level a little bit. But for now, I'm just setting it up like this by moving it and by making sure that this thing is as close as possible. Okay. Now, how far should you be from the grid? Very, very important. There's a very, very old tradition that says that you should be 2.5 times the width of the subject away, okay, from the window here, from this. All right. So you can do this just by estimating. You don't have to get out a ruler, but hey, why not? Let's get out a ruler. No, hang on a second. I'll be right back.